Hello everyone, this is Kerry Anderson. Hope you all doing well. In today's video, I'll be talking about what does it mean if you are thinking of someone from the past. So if you like the video related to manifest power, I would like to request you all, please do subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon and give thumbs up so that I will come up with more and more videos with lots and lots of information. So here we begin. Let's go. What does it mean if you are thinking of someone from the past? Thinking of someone from the past can bring up a lot of different emotions. It could be unnerving, it could be joyfully nostalgic, it could make you sad, or you might feel indifferent. Regardless of how it makes you feel, you might question why you are thinking of someone from the past and what it means. Especially if you haven't spoken to this person for a long time, you are likely wondering where these thoughts came from. If these thoughts came out of nowhere, it makes sense that you are confused. What are some reasons you might be thinking about someone from the past? The first and most obvious reason that you might be thinking of someone from the past is that you miss them. But that's not always the case. At some point, you had a connection with this person, so it's only natural to wonder why and what they are up to or how they are doing. If you do miss them, that's also normal. Thinking of someone from your past could be attributed to many different factors. Here are some of the potential reasons that you might be thinking about someone from your past, as well as possible signs someone is thinking of you. You have fond memories together. Even if the relationship ultimately turned sour, you might find yourself thinking about someone from the past simply because you share good memories. It doesn't mean that you like or love the person. You might have just been happy when they were around at some point, especially in relationship or friendship that lasted for a long time. You're bound to have had a lot of special time together. You might think of concert you went to or vacations you went on. If you were missing someone who treated you poorly, it could be that you don't miss them at all, but the times that you had together still stand out in your mind. You can cherish these memories without forgetting that this person was not right for you. You don't have to feel ashamed for conflicted. The good and the bad can both exist. They hurt you. It can be tough to let go of the things that hurt us. If someone from your past hurt you, you might rehash situation in your head, such as an argument you had, an attempt to resolve what was not resolved during the connection. You might think of what you could have or should have said, or you might imagine a scenario where they treated you differently. If you are thinking of someone because they hurt you, be sure to take the steps needed to work through this pain. You might consider seeing a mental health professional, or you might reflect on what kind of treatment you will accept from people in the future. Learn from what you went through, but don't let it spoil new connections before they start. There's an unresolved question. Similar to feelings of past hurt or pain, there might be something that was completely unresolved in the relationship. For example, you might have suspected that someone cheated on you and have evidence to back it up, but you never got closure on that. When you think about someone from your past, you might be looking for closure. It doesn't always have to be as prevalent or as painful as someone cheated on you. It could also be that this person was a misery to you, or you are continuously curious about how they work. Maybe they operate totally differently than you do, and although you are no longer in contact, your relationship with them left you wondering why they feel the way they do, or why they make the actions they make. Human behavior is fascinating, and there's nothing wrong with being curious as long as it's not distressing for you to think about this person. Be assured that is both normal and okay. Now, you care about them. Caring about someone doesn't always mean that you want them back in your life. There are times in almost everyone's life when we think about someone even though the connection was not the best or was even notably unhealthy. Say that you had an ex that struggled with depression or substance use. You might care about them even though the relationship didn't work out, and especially if they were not in a good place. The last time you spoke, you might wonder how they are doing or think about how you hope they are doing better quite a bit. That's completely reasonable, and it doesn't mean that you're not over the relationship. It might just be that you have a big heart and can't help but care. Now, you had a dream about them. We all have strange dreams from time to time. Sometimes they just happen to involve someone from the past, of course. An obvious sign that someone is thinking about you is that they have a dream about you, but sometimes these dreams are just random. Instead of thinking about someone from your past, especially or specifically, you might just be thinking of that time in your life as a result because they were there during that time. They might show up in your dreams. Now, should I reach out? If you're thinking of someone, it might raise a question, should I reach out to them? There is no real should when it comes to this question because the answer will be highly unique depending on your situation and ultimately it's up to you. There are situations, however, where it's best not to reach out even if you want to. If the relationship was toxic and it ended in a volatile way, for example, it might be best not to reach out. Additionally, if there are still old wounds there on either side, you might reach out to apologize in some cases, but sometimes it's best to just let it go and give the other person space. Even if you have learned and have grown, the other person doesn't owe it to you to talk to you or accept your apology. Be mindful of how they may feel and don't try to reach out if they have you blocked on various platforms online and have made a pointed effort to diminish contact with you. Alternatively, if you want to talk to someone because you are the one seeking an apology from them, be cognizant of the fact that you might not get one if you reach out and that it might just hurt you more. When it comes to reaching out to someone from your past, always use your discretion. If you felt hurt or unheard by the person, it may be best you leave it in the past. Think about what will be healthy for you and use your best judgment when something could be less than beneficial for you or your mental health. If you are constantly thinking of someone and it's starting to impact your mental health negatively, it's important to address it rather than letting it go on. Now, if it's fleeting, it's one thing. If it's an obsession or you find yourself thinking of someone all day, every day long after you have broken up, it's another. Some wounds heal with time, but it's also possible that it will take more than that. First, don't judge yourself for thinking about someone from your past. Know that your thoughts and feelings are both normal and valid. Let yourself feel your emotions and reach out for help if you need it. You can go to your personal support system or you can reach out to a mental health provider for additional guidance for an objective third party. Now, that's all about the manifest power in this video. I would love to share with you all a lot. So this time I am signing off. Till then, bye bye and take care of your health.